for that much extent. And the same must be reflected in the ROR record. Whatever it may be called, Adalan, Tippan, Pahani, whatever it may be. Even though these two are equal, you must check the another one is legacy data from registration department. So each survey or land issue is including of three departments basically: revenue, survey and registration department. So if you ensure these three things, you are able to solve the land records, land issues. For this, you need three things from the system. One is political support. Unless government supports you to start research, supports you to execute the things, it is very difficult. Similarly, if executive, the head of the department is not interested, not having sufficient knowledge, not supportive, it's also a problem. And finally, public consent. The end user, ultimate user, if they don't support you, if they don't understand you, if they don't understand your concepts, it's very difficult and it will be failure. So then, again, one more golden rule is you need to check these three things: government support, administrative support, as well as public support, executive support. So we have given SOP for each and everything, and we try to inculcate the trainings or knowledge to all the staff, and luckily we got 10,500 surveys recruitment in the state, and we bought all the new technology. And just now we have heard the other presentations. Actually, there is no need of drones, there is no need of any high resolution image learning. When you go to survey the field, I would like to tell you one thing. The basic concept of research is to confirm the position. Remaining, you can keep pending, no issue with that. You can write it is under dispute in the remarks, no issue. Don't think of issues. Your duty is to measure the land and find the position. Don't think of land issues, civil issues, so that. Write it as it is. It's still dispute. We are not worrying about anything else. Our duty is to fix the coordinates of the position. If you see this research as the measuring of extents, it is so easy to do. Don't worry about the land civil dispute. Write it as it is. We have a problem like Saba Bainama, we call it. Like white paper transactions are there. As per the Stamps and Registration Act, every transaction or agreement should be registered. But many people, because of their poorness or different reasons, they used to buy on white paper without agreement, without registration. So what we need to do? We need to maintain as per Act the old and modern, even though India is different. Our duty is record the same. This fellow is in the record, this fellow is in the enjoyment. Because this is under Sava Bainama. It's not our duty to finalize. Revenue has limited powers. Title issue is dealt by the civil courts. It's not your job. So it is easy to us. You can issue endorsement on that. Apart from that, when we touch the field, it is so easy. When you have the latest knowledge, we are studying in 10th class. At x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4 coordinates are there. We know the formula for finding the measurement of the extent. The same applicable to all the land. So this is so simple act, simple procedure. We don't want to think earlier we used chain and cross and there is much technology in that. You need to study engineering process. Now there is no such complications are there. It is so simple. Just go collect with your all the coordinates, get the measurement from the computer, put it in the system. It will give the LPM size extent, accurate extent. It will give. You don't want to measure. There is no ambiguity. Nobody can misplace, miswrite. No such issues are there. So it is very easy to do this survey if we know all the basic issues. So with this background, I would like to start through a video. Can you video is there? So we have less time, that's why I am quite hurried to
2.2. After assumption of the office, the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Chandrababu Naidu, has reviewed the AP resurvey project and issued directions to continue resurvey, keeping in view the satisfaction of Project 2.2. After assumption of the office, the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Chandrababu Naidu, has reviewed the AP resurvey project and issued directions to continue resurvey, keeping in view the satisfaction of landowners as the primary goal. Accordingly, the government has completely revamped the land resurvey system and reinitiated it under a new policy. For resurvey of a village, the Commissioner, Survey Settlements will issue Section 5 notification under AP Survey and Boundaries Act. Once the drone flight is completed in the village, an auto-rectified image of the village is prepared. This image is verified for 10 cm resolution quality by the Central Quality Check Lab and then approved. Awareness about the resurvey is created in the village through public announcement like tom-tom and rallies. A village level meeting will be conducted by the RDO to educate people on the benefits of the resurvey. A communication team is set up in each village to inform landowners through phone calls, WhatsApp groups and messages about the survey schedule and notices. Additionally, state level and district level helplines are provided to resolve their queries promptly. Each village is divided into 250-acre blocks. For each block, a resurvey team comprising 2 village surveyors, 1 PRO and 1 BRA is deployed. The land is surveyed thoroughly by using rovers. Initially, village boundaries and block boundaries are determined. Government lands are surveyed, encroachments if any are identified and protected. Field purification of land records is carried out, mutations if any are identified and updated in Wetland 1. Then, resurvey of private lands is conducted. If any landowner is unable to attend the survey, they are given 2 more opportunities. During ground truthing, each land parcel is surveyed using a rover. Relevant documents and passbooks are carefully verified. The data is vectorized using QGIS software to generate land parcel maps. Then ground validation is conducted and landowners are informed of their land extent through a Section 9 notice. If there are any objections, the landowner can appeal within 21 days to the Mandal Mobile Magistrate Team under Section 11(1). The resurvey Deputy Tahsildar will then resolve the land dispute and issue speaking orders immediately. This data is updated in the draft records and draft land register. A draft land register is generated and approved by the Joint Collector. Then Assistant Director Survey publishes the 13th notification. This DLR is notified as the draft records of rights and a village meeting is held to inform all landowners. If there are any objections, they can appeal within 15 days. These appeals are resolved within 30 days and the final records of rights is published. Finally, land passbooks with the official government seal are issued to landowners. The complete satisfaction of landowners is the primary objective of the government.
I hope what's going on in Andhra Pradesh is nutshell we have seen. The revised, refined resurvey process is shown in the video, and I will go through the presentation now. So, state profile. So we have 17,564 villages of 1.26 lakh square kilometer area, and we have 10,185 village surveys as of now on the field. We have established 70 cost stations across the state, and we bought 22 drones on our own, and we engaged private agencies also. And rovers, we have 3,640 rovers on hand as of now. And you know all these things, the technology behind the project is cars, and drones we use it for maps as well. Wherever network is not there, we use DGPS, the original old system of technology. And aircraft we use it for maps, ORIs, and then we are using rovers. So anyway, this is the same for almost all the states as per the Survey and Boundary Act. So Section 5, there is notification that we are going to do this survey in the particular village. After that, drone fly of ORI and quality check. Then we will go for printing of ORI, formation of blocks and deployment of teams. That's what the new thing we added in 2.0 is, earlier we consider entire village as one block. Now we made it into simple blocks, ensuring the satisfaction of the individuals. Now each team is having only 200 acres or 250 acres. Within this 200 or 250 acres, they will ensure, we are going to ensure ROR. I told you the border. This we are going to ensure ROR is right or not. Surveyor will ensure position is right or not within his small block. So he may receive around 80 to 100 farmers. Each team is targeted to 100 farmers. So it is easy for them to verify and talk to each and everyone, and they can get satisfaction. Now the satisfaction level is abnormally increased when compared to the earlier two phases. Now the satisfaction level is abnormally increased. We added time. If we issue a notice to attend the survey, earlier many employees are there, they are not able to attend on your date. So we added to give one more notice now. If they fail to attend second, we are giving third notice also. And if they fail to attend on the third notice, if somebody is there outside the country, we are allowing them to see through WhatsApp video call also. So we are ensuring that they are attending to the field survey. And the most important part is we added in the 2.0 is rallies. Earlier the major complaint is we don't know that you have conducted resurvey in our village. Now nobody can question that. Entire village is having knowledge that resurvey is going on in their village. So we are conducting rallies in all the streets of the small village even. And also Grama Sabha, the village meeting, is using for creating awareness and the general conflicts, general issues, land issues, what court says, what act says, so that they can understand. If the extent varies, if he has 2 acres and having measurement only 1.90 cents, 1 acre 90 cents, the 10 cents, what act says regarding this gap of 10 cents. So we explained during the Gram Sabha. So the major point is when you start a village, you have to follow whole to part. That is the basic survey principle. I told you border rule is one principle, and this whole to part is the another principle. You have to measure entire village boundary first. Then only you have to go for the next. Regarding Naksha also, you need to survey the Abadi first and then go for the government lands. I tell you why you need to start with the government lands. So we are doing village boundary first and then block boundary and third government lands to safeguard the government lands. And finally private lands. Government interest is to protect water ponds, lakes, or hills, objectionable farmworks. So you need to do government lands first and then go to private. So again, after fixing this survey part, parallelly revenue part, second level. Revenue part is also doing parallelly on the field as well as at the village secretariat. And then ground truthing by measuring each and every point as per the farmers finalization agreement with the Sivaji Medas, means neighbor farmers. They will come to consensus that this is the point of bound. Their bond points are finalized. So we will take the measurement from the and we will do vectorization in the office of those points. And then this shape file will come and NPM number will come. We will compare the old FMB field measurement book to new LPM. We check the variations and NPM data entry, submission to Tahsildar, then approved of DLR. The record will be given to the public, 92 notices showing that this is your new measurement and this is the new owner as per our record, so that they can understand and they can find, no, he is not the owner, I am the owner and my extent varies, I don't agree with your measurement, like that they can find appeals. So after the one more point from Andhra Pradesh is we appointed mobile magistrates without disturbing the regular administration for each tahsil. We appointed one mobile magistrate. He will take care of all these disputes. He is exclusively meant for this. His full duty is only resurvey. So he can spare time and solve these appeals. So publication of 13 notification, draft ROR. Welcome to Honorable Ministers.
Welcome, sir. We have been waiting for your arrival, and it's a great occasion that we made this lively. Honorable Minister, Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Government of India, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemmasani. Welcome you, sir. Honorable Minister for Revenue Registrations and Stamps, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Anagani Prasad Garu, and Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Pratipadu, C.P. Ramanjay Garu, and you are welcome, sir. And it's a great occasion that we are celebrating here. Welcome, sir. Let's continue this.
So, this is the old cadastral village map, and now with the LPMs, coordinates, latitude, latitudes. So, this is about the village within the total survey revenue units. This is the Abadi.
Sorry.
And we are giving this Patadar passbooks now with QR code. So, if we click with the scanner, we can find the extents, LPM numbers along with the maps also, and you can get the navigation to that field also. Earlier, if somebody sold some survey numbers in his passbook, unless he get it corrected, it is very difficult to buy that land. Now, even though it is there on printing, when you click the QR code, you get the latest record online. If somebody sold, that is reflecting in the online. And that passbook is having 12 security features, including this QR code, so that nobody can be cheated. So this is a correlation maps, and this 28 column land record we are updating now. This is the new record. Earlier different types of land records were there. We minimized, we updated, and now we reduced it earlier 36 to 28 now. So this is the technology what we discussed earlier. IT, we are using the best IT, and we are having land records in digitization mode. So the progress in the state. This survey completed in 6,901 villages, and another 9,900 villages are on hand. extent completed 35,000 square kilometers, and land parcel generated 81 lakhs. Subdivisions 15 lakh subdivisions were updated. Means earlier each land buyer or by succession, if they get some land, they need to go to surveyors and they have to get it updated. They need to get subdivision. But many people, by knowing or unknowingly, they have not done. Now, at free of cost, government is doing this subdivisions. And we have solved 86,000 land disputes. This is the major benefit to the land owners. The ultimate goal is to sort out the issues of land. So this is one of the biggest benefit apart from so many others. So I would like to share one village experience so that you can understand the technical changes or issues behind this and the outcome also. This is one village from Krishna district, Pedapulipaka, border of Krishna river. So this village is having 2,395 acres revenue village. So total government survey number 78 and 1100 acres are there with the government. Kaka Das 1021. So when we see the analysis, this is quite interesting. What is the outcome of the village? So earlier total village extent as per old FMB previous manual resurvey, it was 2,395 acres. Now it reduced to 2,373. Similarly, many land properties extent must be varied. So here you can see the magic of that. Earlier survey says 2,395 acres. Revenue record says, village map says 2,398 acres. Adakal revenue record says 2,397 acres. See, our records, we ourselves contradicting to each and every record. This was existing. Now we updated with the accurate. Now no more changes, no more deviations. Why? Because we are taking area of the LPM from the system, and that extent will reflect in revenue record. So no manual changes, no small deviations in the extent. In future, this record will be the golden record. So when it comes to the total subdivisions, earlier 1078 and now it becomes 1023. I would like to say, earlier during 100 years back resurvey, it was only 150 survey numbers. Only 150 survey numbers. After all these 100 years, after so many transactions, when we see 1078 subdivisions were made. And when we measure with the latest technology, the total LPMs came to 1023. When subdivisions are more than the existing LPMs, what is the reason? We analyzed. So each survey subdivision is allotted to a separate LPM. 280 subdivisions of 350 acres converted to house sites. That is the reason. By default, I told you the subdivisions must be not updated. So LPMs must be higher than the subdivisions on the field. But it is showing less. Why? Because many lands are converted. This is showing urbanization. So urban lands are not covered under agriculture land records. So the change 280 subdivisions are added to the number. And total land parcels, individual survey numbers plus subdivisions in the survey numbers. When we see 1023, the same record you can see. Due to deletion of non-agricultural lands, which is there. So total entries as per wetland 1634, and it is 1057 now. 14 parcels with 48 joint LPMs. This is one of the important tasks. Joint LPMs, where the extent varies between the brothers or the neighbors. What we need to do? I told you. So if 2 acres is with the X and 2 acres is with Y, and if they are brothers, they got from their father. But when we measure 4 acre 20 cents with younger one and 1 acre 90 cents with the younger one. So what we need to do in those cases? These are the major issues. So basically, as per research or survey program, what you need to do is, it's so simple. Let us check the revenue record. It shows that they got from their father. So equally shared, 2 acres, 2 acres. But field shows that 2 acres 20 cents with one and 1 acre 90 cents with another one. So how to sort out? We have to explain that. That's why village meeting, Gram Sabha must be there. You need to explain in advance. You have to explain that. See, you have ownership of 2 acres only. You encroached or grabbed 20 cents from your brother. You need to give it. You need to explain as the officer. Arbitration. If he agrees, well and good, let us find a new boundary dividing 2 acres, 2 acres, give it. If they don't agree, what is the solution before us? One is explaining the consequences. If you don't agree, you have to go to civil court. It's not the revenue work. It's not your revenue job to sort out those issues. What you can explain. So, for the 20 cents you encroached, it will come under Land Grabbing Act. You have to face the consequences. You will go to jail. Minimum 5 years jail, or in some states it is 14 years also. We need to explain the consequences. Even then, some persons are there, those who are so strong in the field. They can tell that I don't want to evict these 20 cents. I am enjoying for the last 10 years. So what will you do? So simply you make 3 parts. One is 2 acres as per enjoyment and 1 acre 90 cents as per enjoyment. The gap of 10 cents or 20 cents, make it third LPM. Make it under dispute, give it 2 acres to 1 acre 90 cents as per enjoyment, as per revenue record. This is one solution. If you want to escape from the solution, you can say just go to civil court, then write it as it is. If you want to do some help to the individuals, make it 3, give clear title wherever they have enjoyment and create another 10 cents dispute and ask them to go to civil court and sort out. So wherever those two are not agreed, so you have to do, if extent is more than 5 cents, 10 cents, they don't agree. Then you have to do only one thing, that you have to create a joint claim of 4 acres. And you ask them to separate with civil court, come with solution, come with order, will enter the same as easily as per the court order in the revenue records. That is the solution. So joint claim is the major issue. As the secretaries and joint secretaries are told, in many states, joint claims are more than the average land holdings. So here we found extent of endowment as 19 acres 91 cents 100 years back, and now 19 acres 712 cents. When worklands measured, it is 22.22 and 22.436. And average extent of land holding is 2.22. The size of that village, average one farmer is having on an average of 2.22, and now it is 2.32. And this is quite interesting. I told you we are making village as the blocks to make landowner happy, to reach each and every landowner. So when we measure block wise, the extent variation is, you can see the difference. Very minimal, plus 0.202. For this much of 329 acres, you have 0.2 cents, very minimal. It's accurate. 100 years back also they measured wonderfully, so it is matching there. And when it comes to the next blocks, you can see minus 0. It is less. And the third one is also less, very minimal, 0 point something. The same. Only 6th block you see, difference is 16 acres. 16 acres difference. So why? Because that is river, adjacent to the river. They have not measured some extent. Over a period of time, the land is reduced or added. That is the reason. The extent varies in that particular block. So, extent variations in patta lands. This is quite interesting. This is the ultimate target of any administrator, any state. Number of variations in the field when we measure 100 days back to present, or the extents on the field and extent claimed by the owner. The difference, 42% variations are there. We need to accept it. This is the truth. So we need to convince the landowners that 42% of variations are there. And increases or decreases of extent below 1 cent, which is acceptable by many people in rural area. It is 14%. And 2 cents variation, 1 to 3 cents variation, 15%. Increase of extents, 3 to 5 cents, 4%. And similarly, 5 cents is 11% records are varied. Extent variation of 5 cents and more. There you need to guide them. There you need to explain the rules, acts, civil codes. What happens if you go to a court? If you don't compromise each other, you have to pay the same to somewhere else to sort out your issue. Similarly, decrease of extents more than 5 cents also there, 11%. So the ultimate solution is only compromise. That's why even though public are having some aggressive nature in some villages, we need to have number of consultative process in advance, having 2-3 meetings, and we need to explain the consequences. If you go to a civil court, what happens? If you wait for joint action resolution, it will take years together. Earlier in first 2 phases, we have seen 71 lakh joint ATMs. Now in research 2.1, we found that it is very minimal. Why? Because they understood from the others. If you wait for solution, it will take years together. So let us compromise, close this issue here itself. So now majority people are accepting the conflict resolutions. Creating awareness for increase. These are ultimate conclusions from the resurvey of Andhra Pradesh. One is effective participation. Unless landowner comes to the field and show the boundaries, it will be a problem to the surveyors as well as the executors. And also creating awareness. This is a major complaint from the landowners, I told you. They have done resurvey without our consensus. They have done survey on their own. They have done by sitting in the office itself. You need to send the survey to each and every field for the satisfaction of the landowner. Even though you have ORI map, have coordinates, you can remap it, ORI map, it is easy to conclude the things. You have ORI maps, technology, everything is there. That's not matter. Ultimate matters is satisfaction of the landowner. So you need to touch each and every bud in the village. So you need to create awareness. We are giving pamphlets. We are giving wide publicity whenever we are doing this survey. I told you regarding notices. Earlier only 1 notice was given. Now we are giving 3 notices plus. So improving awareness and addressing disputes. We have discussed this 5% awareness is one more thing. Survey and Bound Act says 5% allowance means if 1 acre is there, plus or minus 5 acres during survey is allowed. That is right. We have to explain that act also. That will create a solution for the conflicts. And I told you regarding golden record route. So dedicated mobile magistrate is one of the best solutions to conclude resurvey success. So this is the experience sharing from Andhra Pradesh under the guidance of Honorable Chief Minister and Revenue Minister. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Prabhakar. I think we'll keep the questions reserved for after the village visit. So tomorrow morning, after visiting the villages today, we'll have a lot of questions for Andhra Pradesh. Tomorrow morning when we'll start, we'll put Prabhakar on the stage and you can ask all the questions to him, not to us. Thank you so much, Prabhakar. We'll now to the inaugural session.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, sir. Now let us start our program today. Our honorable guests are here, and we have been awaiting this wonderful moment to invite our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communication, Government of India, Dr. Pemmasani, to be on the dais. Please welcome. So let us join hands together to welcome him on the dais to raise this occasion. And I request Sri Anagani Satyaprasad Garu, Honorable Minister for Revenue, Registrations and Stamps, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Let's invite him. I take this privilege to invite him onto the dais. Let us join hands together to welcome him. Welcome, sir. And I request and I invite Secretary to Government of India, Diwala GOI, Sri Manoj Joshi Garu. Please welcome. Welcome and let us join hands together, sir. We are just offering notice also. And I invite Special Chief Secretary and CCLA, Revenue Government of Andhra Pradesh, Srimati G. Jayalakshmi Garu, IAS, onto the dais. Let us join hands and let us celebrate this occasion that we are just witnessing this wonderful people on the dais. And I invite Sri Kunal Satyarthi Garu, Joint Secretary, Diwala, Government of Andhra Pradesh, onto the dais. And I request Sri N. Prabhakar Reddy Garu, IAS, Additional CCA and Director Service Settlements and Land Records, Government of Andhra Pradesh, onto the dais. Welcome, sir. So, I take this privilege to invite our Honorable MLA Garu, Pratipadu, Sri B. Ramajanir Garu, onto the dais. Let's welcome him with a great round of applause. Welcome, sir. So welcome. As a token of love, just we are providing you and we are honoring you with a beautiful flower bouquet. Welcome, sir. Let us join hands together to express our happiness. Welcome, sir.
MLA photographer.
This is a very meaningful occasion that we are going to have the ideas and the technology and latest developments also to be exchanged. And let us start this program formally with the lighting of the lamp, sir. Please, I request all the dignitaries to participate in the lighting of the lamp, which is a formal and which shows our tradition of India. I request all the dignitaries to participate in that. Respected Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Government of India, Sri Dr. Pemmasani, with his divine hands he is starting that. Lighting a lamp signifies the dispelling of darkness and the awakening of knowledge. It is a symbol of purity, prosperity and auspicious beginning. To mark the beginning of our workshop on survey resurvey under DILRFP, we now invite our esteemed dignitaries with their hands and divine hands. They are starting this. And let us join hands together on this beautiful and auspicious occasion to celebrate.
Support from you is most required.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let us continue this program. with the welcome address by Dr. N. Prabhakar Reddy Garu, Additional CCA and Director Survey, Settlements and Land Records, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, sir.
It's privilege to
Bro,
తమ్ముడు మరి ముందుకెళ్ళ బాబు.
And I invite Honorable Union Minister Sri Anand Satprasad, who is supporting continuously the resurvey project. And I invite Sri Manohar Joshi Garu, Secretary DOL, who started this Naksha and Swamitra in a big way. And I invite Sri Raman Garu, Honorable, who is so knowledge and supported to the system. And Honorable JS Garu and our Special Chief Secretary, Srimati Jayalakshmi Garu, who is leading the resurvey project in the state. This resurvey from Andhra Pradesh to the entire country will make dispute-free lands to the landowners, and the support from the central government is abnormal. Earlier only project-based, development-based schemes were there. First time we have seen the support to the land administration to upgrade the technology. They are supporting, they are giving incentives to the states, they are encouraging, even though land is state subject. It's really great, and I thank the Government of India, DOL, to make this survey of urban, rural, agriculture, all lands. So with this, welcome once again all the dignitaries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I take my privilege to invite Shri Kunal Satyarthi, Joint Secretary, LR and Department of Land Resources. Status of survey, resurvey under AILRMP and proposed new scheme. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. I talked in the morning. I welcome Honorable Minister, It is your idea, sir, that we are all here. They are making a presentation to again promote the SMS program in the country. And they told let's learn from each other and let the invitation that everybody should come to our presentation. It will be held in Guntur, and we are here just 1 month after your instruction. So welcome to you in your own areas, and the whole country is here for you. The Minister, my Secretary, and all the officers from senior officers from Andhra Pradesh for taking this onerous responsibility of hosting all of us in this beautiful place. So with the permission of the Honorable Minister, there is a small presentation of 10 slides. It's just about, I know it is important to be, but I just want to provide the national picture about the whole word about survey research, what we mean, why we are struggling and what we have been able to achieve. So it's very, and everybody is in the same group. I was telling the Secretary when I was reading the files, I saw that every state and union territory in the country has got money sanctioned for research. And not even 5 or 6 of them have moved an inch or a mile in that direction. So that is what I will portray. And under the leadership of Secretary, we are drafting a new proposal on research survey for the next 5 years and show that proposal also. It's not launched, but I just take ideas about it. So this is the kind of city I see from window. This is Guntur, and we want to do survey for under Naksha for such kind of a situation, and we need to have technology, manpower, which can do this for us as a land title survey year. So what we have achieved so far is enormous in the last 10 to 15 years. 98%. So it's like you put report card of a meritorious student in 10th or 12th class. All the record of writings are digitized, all the cadastral maps are digitized, almost, except the Northeast India, where we don't have cadastral maps. They are integrated, 9% survey staff offices are online, paperless, 72% villages, cadastral maps are linked to record of writings. We are working on that direction. Bhuatan has been generated for around 30 crore land parcels. We have around 90 crore land parcels in the country. So great work. The only minus of the red light is that in survey component, only 12% progress in the country under the DRP program in the last 2 years. And you know it's extremely complicated, so we understand that. So why at times people say we don't want to do survey. We will survive without this. So why you want to do it? One is that the cadastral maps have become totally outdated. We are top. They are not in sync with the record of rights. We are giving 4 presentations this morning, and people will record of rights is absolute truth. Cadastral map is not the truth. So whatever is recorded in the record of rights is the legal position. Cadastral maps have not kept sync with time, both in area, boundary, ownership, and fragmentation. The value of land has become enormous 20 years back, or 40 years back, or 100 years back. So that's important. Then now there is a ability of precise and very easy, very lightweight, very precise technology that can do with 5% precision. Then two things important, and as I showed earlier, there is little progress in the IoT program. So moving ahead, these are the 3 methodologies prescribed in the current guideline. We can do it by aerial and heavy drones, or aeroplanes or choppers. First one is by HRSL. We saw a presentation of Rajasthan on satellite imagery. We saw a presentation of Assam, which is both aerial and satellite imagery. We have not seen a presentation only of ATS DGPS. That means you take a traditional instrument, go to every land parcel and measure every land parcel. Not many states, mountain states, Himachal, Sikkim, they are doing ATS DGPS. So not to read this, but this was a surprise to me also. All the 36 states and union territories have sanctioned amount lying under survey component, not now, since 2008. Some of them are as old as 2008. Everybody went to the Government of India and told we want to do survey. Only the red ones, I know the color in both the screens are different, are the ones which have moved a bit, a lot. So Andhra, Assam, Bihar, and the others have not been able to move forward at all. I'm not going into details of all the presentation. Gujarat was the first one to go ahead. Haryana is just moving now with drone technology. Gujarat went with ATS DGPS long time back, almost 10 years back, and stopped in the middle. Bihar did flying 10 years back, and now it is moving on ground to thing. Assam is a late starter, but good catching up. Andhra is also got the sanctions in a long time back, but have started now. So this is the variability in the country. You can look at the list and numbers and testing. So that's the total sanctioned amount. Karnataka, Kerala, Ladakh, Madhya Pradesh. Others have not moved or moved very little. We can't measure those movements on the graphs. Odisha and Rajasthan. This has started 5 districts. They have stopped now. Rajasthan has taken on full throttle now onwards. Sikkim is trying to move. But around 2,850 crores has been sanctioned for this component of survey in last 10 years. And funds have been dispersed for 1,000 crores. The total DRNP program is 875 crores. So we are carrying a legacy of the old programs of National Land Records Modernization Program also, but not moving. Now, just to give a sample, Andhra Pradesh, so 8, 11, 12, 14, 4 sanctions. 5 districts, 6 districts, 3 districts, nothing happened. And amount released was in 2014. 22 onwards, there is huge scale. And the technology also changed. HRSI, satellite imagery, went to ATS DGPS, came back to aerial, now it is by aerial. So this is the, just to give a glimpse, I have some slides for every state, but I'm not having any intention to present them. But this is the kind of scenario that has happened in the country. So modern survey, the new program that we're writing, aerial survey is easy to do and is low cost. But it is, as Sir was saying, Secretary Sir was saying, flying is so easy. Fly and get image. The difficult thing is taking out the instruments, going to the community and trying to measure the land in front of him. Feature extraction is easy, can be done by artificial intelligence and machine learning. Private sector involvement in the states which have happened have done magic. You can't keep on saying staff nahi hai and all that. So private sector involvement in flying, in using technology, in surveying, extremely critical. But a lot of states went totally private sector way and lost the path because they could not have a conversation with the villages. So revenue staff is also critical to have the administrative role of talking to the people. Then ground truthing is the core area. Almost 80% time, energy, money, technology is used in ground truthing and the political and administrative interest to do the whole process and community involvement. Some of the important features of modern survey. Now, what we are trying to do currently under the leadership of MO sir and the cabinet minister and secretary, as I was saying, we want to have a center-led program to do survey. The earlier programs have not worked. Aerial survey, as in Naksha, would be centralized by a private third-party agency. We'll core the program, will be the nodal focal point. There would be a centralized WebGIS platform with cloud hosting. No more hosting things in the hard disk or at the state headquarter level. This would be a mission-based approach, and we want to do it in phases. So there's a lot of impetus now. We made a 5-year program. The impetus is to do it in 2 years. And special central assistance will keep on flowing, 5,000 crores every year. If you do certain incentives, movement will also keep on incentivizing this year and the next 2-3 years also. What we are trying to do now is the total area of the country is around 32.87 lakh square kilometer. Total agricultural land is around 14, almost half square kilometers. So we are being slightly cautious. 20% area we want to take in 2 years. Agricultural land. Swamitva is for rural habitations. Naksha is for urban habitations. For agricultural habitations, we want to take 20% of the land and complete this program in the next 2 years. And we want to start this year. We are not even waiting for next financial year to roll in. And the funding would be quite liberal at around 45,000 rupees per square kilometer plus project management unit plus equipment cost to be borne. 100% borne by the government of India. The program we are conceptualizing now is around 3,000 crores. And this is still under discussion. We'll also make the program wiser from discussions with the states that we are having today and tomorrow. And we are supporting both aerial hybrid and also pure ground truthing. So around 2,380 crores, you can see the components briefly. This is what we're writing. We can improve the program by hearing all the states. We can also cross-learn from the states. Land is a state subject. So survey by aerial flying, CORS network wherever required, rovers, centralized platform, GIS labs. We don't have much GIS labs in the states right now. We are seeing pictures of Assam having a GIS lab, Karnataka has a GIS lab, Andhra has a GIS lab, but most of the states in the country don't have a GIS lab. We want to support that because it can't be left to ever. So only the staff portion and the will has to come from the state government. Storage space and evaluation studies and program management unit. We also carrying forward around 660 crores proposed right now, this is all under discussion, for doing the pending good work of the LNP program. So one major component is digitization of all legacy records of registration offices and make it searchable by creating metadata. Second is digitization of legacy records of revenue offices and make them searchable to be downloaded by the citizens of the country. Computerization of revenue codes, which are very cumbersome right now. You spend many, many years going to revenue codes for small things. Computerization and process re-engineering to make the revenue codes more faster. Make them judicious, if not judicial. They all become very, very judicial currently and almost like a judicial courts. So that's the third one. And fourth is putting mobile number, Aadhaar number, address into the ROR. RORs currently have only name in the villages. So this is very briefly, a very brief presentation about what is the problem, what looks like a way forward, and what we are trying to propose. Now this presentation is can be debated, we can open this tomorrow for discussion, but this is what I thought I'll present before this in the inaugural session. So that's it all from my side. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I have the honor of inviting our esteemed guest, Ms. G. Jayalakshmi Garu, Special Chief Secretary, Revenue Department and Chief Commissioner of Land Administration, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, ma'am.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries and all the participants from the various states. I welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Rural Development and Communication, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemmasani Garu, Honorable Minister for Revenue, Shri Anagani Satyaprasad Garu, Respected Secretary DYLR, Shri Manoj Joshi Garu, Joint Secretary, Shri Kunal Satyarthi Garu, and also the MLA Shri Anjaneyulu Garu, and all the participants who are here, principal secretaries, commissioners from the Department of Survey, Settlements, and also Land Revenue and Records. A very good afternoon to all of you, and we welcome all you to Guntur. I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Union Minister of State, because I believe this is the first national workshop which is being conducted in Guntur, sir, for all these years, and recognizing Guntur also as a twin city of the other part of the capital. So I thank the whole ministry for that, because we have all worked in Guntur, so we know how precious it would be for the people here to have such an occasion of having a national workshop and people coming here. So that's every thank you to gratitude to you, sir. And with regard to the entire session of resurvey and survey, where Andhra Pradesh stands, I think we have already had the presentation. So a few things that I would like to say is this whole project, as JS Garu had said, had started late, but then had made quite a bit of a good progress, and we have been able to resolve most of the issues which have been there of resurvey. And because of Government of India's support of around 137 crores, and also state government has also spent more or less around 500 to 600 crore. With that kind of input that which we have given now, I think we have lot learned from the other states also here, and this workshop will help us to learn from the other states also the best practices and the best technology that they are using. So I'm sure this will be a very great learning experience. And because of such a kind of a foregoing kind of attitude in terms of resurvey, I thank the Union Ministry also, because they have approved us around 500 and odd crores as an incentive for this program, because we have fulfilled most of the parameters and milestones which JS had just shared with you. So I think for all other states, there is enough scope for us to tap that incentive. We are able to do this. And this is a very long-standing kind of a need, both from the farming sector also, because with the PM Kisan program and the various other loan programs which are going for the farmers, if we are having a data which is very clean and which is accessible through a digital mode, and that will be a very good starting point for any of the farmer to have the process of having loan clearance very easily, because in that very lot of factors are there where revenue department also plays a major role. I think this is by and large where the benefit will stand for the public. So I think this is one commitment that if all the revenue and the survey departments take forward, I'm sure the program of DOLR will be really successful across the state, and with a common platform and anybody else coming into the platform through their own plugin kind of a method which they are planning to evolve, I think it would be a very good starting point. With that note, I wish all the states the very best, and I am also assuring to the Government of India and the Union Ministry, whatever we have done so far is good, sir, but we have a long way to go to complete the other 8,000. And our plan is to complete it by 2027. For probably in that sanction, we might be needing some more money of around the initial plan that we had done was around 336 crore. With that request, I would request the Union Ministry to support the state in that aspect also, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now it's my privilege to invite Sri Manoj Joshi, Secretary, DOLR, overview of current challenges in rural and urban land records and opportunities in land management topic.
Namaskar. Honorable MOS, Andhra Revenue Minister, Special CS, Andhra, MLA, Commissioner Survey, and our JS, and all the friends. Morning I spoke about the differences in survey methodologies in different states. Recently, we had discussions about land records in other countries. We had discussion with Latvia And also we had discussion with the Dutch cadastre people, how in other countries land records are prepared. Seeing that and seeing this type of land record system we have a map, we have ROR, we have a registration system, we have a property tax system. We also have Aadhaar card, we have family Pehchan Patra type of systems, we have the details of family's address or phone numbers or email addresses. A lot of these are linked to each other through APIs and systems and all. But they look like a very disjointed system, which is not really a integrated system. What we saw in Latvia was that the land becomes the basic architecture on which land has a number and all those in the cadastre or in the map. On top of that, they obviously is written in that within that system who is the owner of that land and the details of the land. And with that owner goes the details of the whatever property taxes and other taxes they have to pay, as well as the details of the owner and the with the owner's name, the property becomes a registration system. Ours is a deed registration system. Theirs is a sort of a title registration system. So on the base land stack, and on the top of that, owner's name. And on top of that, all other type of information is stacked. So in a way, the departments are different there also. The finance department runs the registration system. Local bodies run the property tax system. Cadastre or survey department runs the cadastre system. But the stack or the data system is integrated, though each department is maintaining separately. So if we bring that into our context, say in city when you are preparing land records for a house site, integration of the owner's details on that, building details, whatever property taxes are there, who are the people living in that house, their details, and they are consuming a lot of services like electricity, water. Government is giving them a lot of benefits also. So there is a need to now build a stack like that in the urban area. Similarly, in rural areas, we are doing a survey and we are doing a swamitva. So are we linking those records that in the village there is a field, this person owns that field in the ROR we are saying, but there is a separate swamitva ROR where that person is living in the Abadi area or habitation portion of the village. They are not linked to each other. Even I'm not very sure what we are doing in Andhra Pradesh, but in other states, in the ROR, we don't have the address details, we don't have the phone number, we don't have the Aadhaar number, we don't have the email address of the owner. So all these digital notices which we are talking about can't really go unless we have those details. So I think there is a time now. We have done wonderfully well of digitization, linking the systems, but probably we need to redesign the system so that integration becomes inherent and one change in one aspect automatically makes the changes in all other aspects because they are linked. Not the way we are doing, say, registrar office checks up who is in the ROR and map who is the owner and then allows the transaction and then auto-generated request goes for mutation. It's an integration, but still there are different systems. We need to probably build a time has come when we are doing so much of work. We need to build based on the land stack as well as owner's details. We need to build the system based on that. Now, since we are doing a resurvey, this probably is the right time. Since we are doing the urban survey, this is the right time to build that stack. Once the disjointed systems are put in place, integrating them becomes it's a welding of the different parts rather than creating a single system. So it's a seeing what European countries are doing. It's a new thought process which we had, and we would like to hear from you also and work further on that so that the further work which we are doing as part of resurvey or urban survey or whatever farmers ID we are creating, all of that gets integrated into a single stack with the different layers. The way Honorable PM has done with the Gati Shakti and the different layers in one system, putting them together. I think on the land and owner details, we need to build that stack. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request our Honorable Legislative Member of Assembly, C.B. Ramanjanel Garu Pratipadu. Welcome, sir.
Welcome to National Seminar on Resurvey and Survey of Land Records and make it as a digital land records under Digital India. It gives me immense pleasure and most pride to have been associated in this national seminar, because this noble project is being implemented across the country under the able, effective supervision of our Dr. Pemmasani Chandrasekhar Garu, Central Minister for Rural Development and Communication. And also, it is under being implemented effectively under the able administration of our State Revenue Minister, Satyagana Prasad Garu. Of course, my earlier colleague, Special Chief Secretary and CCLA, Jayalakshmi Garu, and my colleague officer earlier, Prabhakar Reddy Garu, and other dignitaries from central government departments, Joshi Garu and his colleagues. My dear friends across the country who have attended this program. Fortunately, I have been in the process, both ends. As I belong to 95 batch IAS, I did 2 districts collectorship. After that, I joined in politics. I know each and both ends. What is the feeling of landowner? So I can say in one word, lot of things I can say, but only one word. Landowner is willing to give us 5 acres of land under donation for establishment of anything, but he or she doesn't give a scope, single cent of scope for deviation in the measurement or in the title. That is the sentiment of the landowner. Please take it in your mind while doing this project, because I have been in the process under 3 dynasties. Earlier dynasty, which is called part-time employees of Revenue Department, Reddy, Karanam, Patwari, village head. In those days, the land records were in the hands of those people, and the land other owners are facing lot of problems. We know that. After that, N.T. Ramarao Garu, who established Telugu Desam Party, he abolished the system of part-time employees and take away the land records from the part-time employees to government employees. Now our CBN, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, even further he had a step to take away those records from the officers and give us in the hands of the landowners. This is the digital India. So any right can see his land particulars in his phone. He doesn't want to go any office to download the things. He can have, if he wants to download any certificate, he can download the certificate. This is very noble project, I can understand. So once again, I welcome National Seminar on Land Records. So it gives me very much thankful to the organizers who have given opportunity to speak few words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I take this opportunity to invite our guest of honor, Sri Anagani Satyaprasad Garu, Honorable Minister of Revenue, Registration and Stamps of Government of Andhra Pradesh. Special address will be given by him. Let's welcome him.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of people of Andhra Pradesh and our visionary leader, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, I take the privilege of inviting our chief guest, Sri Pemmasani Garu, who is also MP from the Guntur Parliament, and Sri Manoj Joshi Garu, Secretary, Sri Kunal Satyarthi Garu, Srimati G. Jayalakshmi Garu, Sri Prabhakar Reddy Garu, Sri Ramanjanil Garu, and other dignitaries, esteemed guests, officials, and fellow participants. It's an honor to address this distinguished gathering at the National Workshop of Survey, Resurvey, and Naksha program. This platform serves a great opportunity to review progress, share innovations, and strengthen our commitment to land reforms and modernization. Upon assuming office, our NDA coalition government, under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu Garu, pledged to ensure transparency, accuracy, and justice in land ownership. Recognizing the centrality of land to the dignity and livelihood of millions of farmers and landowners, we took immediate steps to review the existing survey systems. We found that previous administration, which has conducted the resurvey in haste, setting unrealistic targets and concluding the process in 6,688 villages within an unfeasible short time. If there were any grievances which we have to address, then those period, no time was given. Only 10 days or 15 days time was given for the farmers to appeal for grievance settlement. So previously it was done like that. But now, after we have taken the resurvey 2.0, our government initiated a corrective path and decided to relaunch. As per the directions of the Honorable CM, and as a Revenue Minister, I instructed the authorities to review each complaint. We have organized special Gram Sabhas in all the 6688 villages, and we got 2.8 lakh grievances received. And we have addressed them, and 100% we have resolved by approaching them, taking case by case, and resolving all the issues. To enhance transparency and build trust, we launched a pilot resurvey, selected one village per mandal in 628 pilot villages covering 13,41,513 acres. Resurvey was conducted with utmost diligence. These pilot villages served as learning grounds and helped us understanding practical challenges and to fine-tune our methodology. As Prabhakar Reddy said, each and every place, our people have gone, interacted with them. We have known what the basic reason why they are not happy. Then we have worked for forward and backward integration. Then we got the resolution and we got the solution for that. So pre-survey awareness campaigns and village level meetings are being organized to explain the survey process, the causes of boundary disputes and legal mechanisms and for their resolution. Each village was divided into blocks of 200 or 250 acres with a dedicated village resurvey team assigned to each block. Communication team is created for each village for effective communication. We had WhatsApp groups of 50 to 70 landowners, and we had, even while doing the resurvey, we had video calls also if the people were not in the town. So, and again also to ensure legal clarity, we have made sure that any discrepancies are addressed on the spot by the village survey team and with the revenue records properly showing to them. A Mandal mobile magistrate system has been introduced, ensuring that objections and appeals can be resolved within the village itself. Survey records are also been finalized only after the statutory period as mandated by the law. In further installation accountability, if any objection is raised against survey team's work, a different team is used to be assigned for that. Landowners are instructed to upload geotagging photos of their land also. Basically, this is a different this thing we have seen in last 11 months because this is not a political platform, but even otherwise also I really wanted to tell you what the resurvey happened in our state in the last 2 years and what's happening now. Because in the driven by publicity obsession, the previous government, they have spent around 770 crore rupees on the survey stones, what we put to encrypt their own pictures and their own government thinks. So we never go in that way because our government is a proactive and progressive government. Our Honorable CM, who has been thinking about digitalization those days. 1990s, he told about IT in Hyderabad. That time everybody laughed. But today, Hyderabad is today's position is because of that foundation laid by our Honorable CM Chandrababu Naidu. Today he is talking about artificial intelligence. Definitely, future is artificial intelligence. So that way, we want to be a part of the innovative program set by the nation, the digitalization of total DILRMP. So we are doing it in a very practical way. Because as Joshi ji has said, as Prabhakar Reddy has said, as our Ramanujan has said, it's an emotion. Every farmer, it's an emotion, it's a sentiment regarding land. So definitely we have to talk to him, we have to interact with him, we have to resolve the issue because he will not leave in 0.01 cent also without any particular reason. So we have to motivate him, create this thing, and also in future also, with the support of the central government, whatever things they are giving, DLRMP is giving, we definitely will give it all the pakka, this thing that they will be the owners of that particular piece of land. And our government, as I told you, we are very keen of giving, and we also given exemption of fees also for subdivision of land portions, and also in proper usage of the incentives also. And I request also our Honorable Minister and the secretaries also to see that in the whole of India, whatever the incentives they are giving, that should be used for the enhancement of particular department. अपना घर पर सजाएंगे, बाद में दूसरों का घर सजाएंगे, आप इंसेंटिव पूरा आ रहा, पूरा डाइवर्ट होकर दूसरे डिपार्टमेंटों को जा रहा, जो अपना डिपार्टमेंट कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा. सो अपन अपना घर पे सजाएंगे, पहले अपना सर्वे का काम कराएंगे, अपना ड्रोन्स खरीदेंगे, अपना जो भी काम है, अपना पासबुक दे रहे, जो भी है, अपना का रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिस में भी एनहांस करने के लिए kindly see that all the incentives is properly used only for this department. That's the only request what I have towards Honorable Minister and this thing. And once again, I thank each and every person. Definitely we will see from our this thing that every farmer will get title deeds with QR codes, tamper-proof, transparent publicity, accessible records, geocodes, navigation, easier access to loans and welfare schemes, and also free survey for 7.7 lakh joint LPM cases, 16,387 out of 24,119 patta subdivisions have been approved, 1.5 lakh out of 1.8 lakh online subdivisions have been approved. Geocodes navigation enables users to be easily locate their land parcels. This way, we are definitely, from our side, will be up to the mark as the DLRMP thinks, and what they have got all the innovative ideas, definitely will implement in the core areas of Andhra Pradesh, and definitely will give the better yield of, will be in the challenge. And thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for attributing the land to the hearts of the people, and so heart-touching remarks of yours, and thank you so much. Now it is the time to hear from the most vital voice of this gathering. We are truly honored to have with us Dr. Pemmasani, Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Government of India. Welcome, sir. You please give us a few remarks regarding this program.
Thank you. That was a good rapid fire speech, Satyaprasad Garu. Anyway, for all the Department of Revenue from Andhra Pradesh, my friend, colleague, and most lovable person, Sri Anagani Satyaprasad Garu, Minister of Revenue, and all the hardworking department people, Ms. G. Jayalakshmi Garu, Special Chief Secretary, and then Prabhakar Reddy Garu, and my constituency MLA, Sri Ramanujan Garu, and my wonderful Department of Land Records Secretary and Joint Secretary, Sri Manoj Joshi ji and Kunal Satyarthi ji, and for all the distinguished and accomplished officers that came from across the India, including 31 states and union territories. 5 centers of excellence, and Survey of India people, and MP State Electric Development Corporation, who involved in developing the software, and all the state officials, all of you, a very warm welcome, and thank you for taking the pain to come all the way to the Guntur. I hope Guntur has been treating you well, because this is a very warm place. Not only warm, it's quite burning with chilies around here. So I hope you will get to enjoy some delicious food, and this conference will be successful to you. And it gives me even more happiness because, Guntur has been quite neglected for a long time, and having such a high quality national conference in Guntur gives me a personal satisfaction. So when it comes to this conference, as you all know, land is not just a physical asset in India. It is a symbol of identity, security, and dignity. More than 90% of the people, the land and property is the single most valuable asset. However, still inaccurate or outdated land records have long been the root cause of widespread disputes, delays in development, and denial of justice. And if you look at it in the entire civil court structure, around 2/3, more than 60-70% of disputes are related to land. Even in apex courts, like Honorable Supreme Court, 1 in 4 cases are related to land disputes. Even as an MP, when I do grievances in my own constituency, majority of the complaints come to me for similar reasons. So these statistics do represent what's happening at the ground. I don't know how many of you know who I am, but I was in US for 25 years. I went to US in year 2000. I bought my first house in year 2005 there. So the process was, I chose a realtor who showed me several houses. I picked a house. We're going to buy this house. And some price was set. Then he told me, sir, today there will be a date, we are going to close the house. He gave me a date. Then he said, okay, what all do I have to do? Because I remember the registration process of India. Where do I have to come? How much time I have to spend? What are all the things I need to do? He said, no, you don't have to do anything. You just stay between 11 and 12 at your house. This is what they told me. So 11 o'clock, 3-4 people came, a title company, a government official, and my realtor. They handed me 10 papers to sign, one for insurance, and all these that I verified the house is in good condition, all that stuff. I signed in 5 minutes. They asked the check. I gave the check. They gave me the keys. The entire process happened in less than 15 minutes for me. I was literally shocked. How can this whole system can work like this? But the idea, why can't we do these things in India, right? And obviously India has progressed quite a bit since that time. And with visionary leaders like Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, or my cabinet minister, who has done an exceptional job in Madhya Pradesh, land records digitization. And we are giving the technology to the world. And we have some of the brightest minds in this room. Brightest minds, you are all the IAS officers, all the people that have worked so hard to get into these positions. Everybody is there. The only thing that's missing here and there is the political willpower that we want to do it and we want to make it 100%. So, as they have said, there are several components. We have done a good job in right of records. More than 90% has been completed. The survey and resurvey is the main thing that's pending. As Kunalji has mentioned, these were done 100 years ago, right? British 1880 and 1915. And some states like Northeastern and Union Territories, there were never original cadastral surveys. And I understand there are some issues. When you try to do it, there are a lot of manpower issues, administrative issues, and you have to deal with all the disputes, and you have to have a mechanism to resolve them in a quickly, time manner. So these are all the issues. We understand that. But the government is central government. That is why the central government has taken this initiative. States have to spend zero amount of money. We're giving all the money to perform the activities. And it's probably, there are very few situations where an incentive is given for doing the job what you are supposed to do. How many programs does that? And we must appreciate the government of India, whether, finance ministry, Modi ji, or my department people, to come up with these great ideas and doing it in a positive reinforcement manner. So there is no reason, in my view, that we should not be able to complete this in a timely manner. Now the technology is even more accurate. The Andhra Pradesh has given me, in a presentation, I looked at it, less than 1% variation. And the cost is less than 10% compared to the historical way we used to do by using the latest technologies. So I hope, and if you look at Andhra Pradesh, we came 10 months back into the government. We noticed that this program exists in rural development. So I talked to all of our people, and they were able to do quite a few villages, more than 6,000 villages within within 1 year. And they draw close to 300 to 400 crores incentive package. I mean, it's a free money in my view. So I hope and I wish you would do that. And then the Naksha program. So not only the rural, Naksha is being done on a pilot process. As you all know, the urban land records is another major issue. Urban land prices are increasing. There is a vertical rise of buildings, apartments, so it is creating even more problems. And for financial planning of the municipalities, revenue generation is an important aspect. So the urban land records are also extremely important, and it has its own incentive package. I hope you also take that into consideration and participate in these, whatever pilot programs that we are doing. And hopefully once that is successful, we will be able to deploy across every major city. So with this, I don't have to explain you the importance of these land records, as everyone has said. Banks can confidently extend credit. Businesses can invest with certainty. And farmers can get agricultural support. And these are extremely important for small and marginalized farmers, tribal communities, and rural women. For them, clear land titles are not just a luxury. They're essential. And the reason we have taken this entire program is to bring the awareness so that each one can learn the best practices from the others, find some creative solutions, and execute. From my part, even I am writing letters to most of the chief ministers so that there is this program available and make use of it. And I hope with all these efforts, Let's build a nation that is no longer a source of confusion and conflict, but of trust, security, and prosperity. The journey from Bhu Vivad to Bhu Vishwas begins with us, and the time to walk that path is now. And finally, I wanted to say one thing about my state. Now you have come to Guntur. This is a 100, 200-year-old place, but we are building a magnificent capital just within the vicinity. And this capital is going to be nothing like anything else in India. It will be most beautiful, with a lot of greenery, wide spaces, everything under the ducts, developed by international architects and being executed rapidly. And this is all being done by a visionary, an inspirational leader, and my respected Chief Minister, Honorable Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. And I hope when we do this program next time, we will be able to host you there. And even if you go and visit that place, as of today, actually, 2-3 months back, I went to that place. When we were supposed to build this capital in the last 5 years, but we did not have the mandate, public mandate. We sat in an opposition, but the work was started between 2014 and 19. There were 3 universities that were built. If any of you see them, you wouldn't believe that you are in India. There are a couple of those are actually better than the universities in America. And I'm not kidding. If you get a chance, go and see. But once this beautiful architectural masterpiece is done, you will be delighted. And I would welcome for all of you to come and visit again. Once again, thank you all so much for being here. And once again, thank you for my department for making this possible here. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. Additional CCLA and Director Survey to give the proceedings of this afternoon session.
ये साहब क्या बोलना बोले तो मैं रिचेस्ट पार्लियामेंटेरियन हूँ मेरे को 15 मिनट में काम हो गया कल सुबह गरीब आदमी को भी 15 मिनट में होना है ऐसा बोलना
है it's a good tagline. You should take it.
Is an exhibition. Collector Assistant Director of Survey will explain the exhibition.
No, you take it. You can.
Visit the exhibition.
You can use the tag.
Good thing.
I came up with that.
All of the exhibition came up to tomorrow. So before going to the village, it is better to understand the technicalities through the exhibition. World record versus world records, the technology. So this is one announcement. The second announcement is so we arranged 2 villages for field visit. As villages are small, if we go all the 160 members at a go, it is very difficult to the interaction. So we arranged 2 villages. So one team will go to Vatti Chirpuru Mandala Anantavaram village. So for them, one buses are arranged, AC buses are arranged for all the offices. The second one is to Lemalapalle village of Vattipuru Mandal. Both are adjacent villages, but we are making 2 teams. So buses will start at 2:45 p.m. AC buses are arranged. So after lunch, get ready and try to enter to the bus by 2:45 p.m. So 3:30 will be better because very hard.
అడిగాక నేను ఉంటాను లోగో మరీ పెట్టేసి
చూడండి బాబు.
Five Center of Excellence. Survey of India. ఓకేనమ్మా, రెడీ? ఓకే. మా పాత్రికేయులందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు. ఈరోజు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్ రూరల్ డెవలప్మెంట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక డివిజన్ ఇది. ఈ డివిజన్ ద్వారా కంట్రీలో ఉన్నటువంటి ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్ అన్నిటినీ కూడా ఒకటి డిజిటైజ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు ఎప్పటి నుంచో. అయితే ఈ మ్యాప్స్ అన్నీ కూడా 100 years బ్యాక్ రీసర్వే చేసినటువంటివి. ఈ 100 yearsలో తీసుకోలేదు కాబట్టి ఫ్రెష్గా చాలామందికి మారిపోయినాయి కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ ఫ్రెష్గా రీసర్వే చేసి వీటన్నిటినీ రికార్డ్ ఆఫ్ రైట్స్ తోటి ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసి మొత్తం ఆన్లైన్ చేసే విధంగా సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ తీసుకొచ్చిన పథకం ఉంది. అయితే దీనికి కావాల్సిన ఖర్చు అంతా కూడా సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ భరిస్తుంది. ఎవరైతే ఫాస్ట్గా చేస్తారో వాళ్ళకి ఇన్సెంటివ్ ప్యాకేజ్ కూడా ఉంది. బోత్ రూరల్కిను అర్బన్లో పైలట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కింద చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ఈ కార్యక్రమం ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే కొన్ని స్టేట్స్, ముఖ్యంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, అదేవిధంగా వేరే 2 స్టేట్స్, గుజరాత్, వీళ్ళు కొంచెం అడ్వాన్స్డ్గా ఉండి బాగా చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. మిగిలిన స్టేట్స్లో అంత ప్రోగ్రెస్ సరిగా లేదు. కాబట్టి వీళ్ళందరినీ తీసుకొచ్చి బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ షేర్ చేసుకుంటే అన్ని స్టేట్స్లో కూడా డిజిటైజేషన్ ప్రాపర్గా అవుతుంది అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ ప్రోగ్రాం ప్లాన్ చేశాం. అయితే నేను ఈ పార్లమెంట్ సభ్యుడిగా ఉన్నాను కాబట్టి ఒక నేషనల్ ప్రోగ్రాం గుంటూరులో తక్కువగా జరుగుతాయి కాబట్టి గుంటూరుకి ఇది ప్లాన్ చేస్తే మా ఆఫీసర్స్ అందరూ కూడా అగ్రీ చేసి దాదాపు 31 స్టేట్స్, ఆల్ యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్, సర్వే ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, ఇలా అందరూ కూడా ఈరోజు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చారు. ఏదైనప్పటికీ వాళ్ళందరూ ఇక్కడికి రావటం ఆనందంగా ఉంది. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ సాధించినటువంటి ప్రగతిని కూడా వారందరూ విన్నారు, వేరే స్టేట్స్ వాళ్ళు. ఇది స్ఫూర్తిదాయకంగా ఉంటుందని, మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు కూడా టైమ్లీ మేనర్లో కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటా ఉన్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ. చెప్పండి.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఈ రోజున డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ల్యాండ్ రిసోర్స్ వారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఏదైతే 2016లో డిజిటలైజేషన్ నాంది పలికారో డిఆర్ఆర్ఎంపీ అని, ఎందుకంటే దాదాపుగా బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళు చేసినటువంటి సర్వే తప్ప దాని తర్వాత ఎప్పుడు కూడా మన ఈ దేశంలో సర్వే జరగలేదు. ముఖ్యంగా ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రంలో బహుముఖమైనటువంటి పరిపాలన ఉంది, ఇంకా చాలా ఇబ్బందులు ఉన్నటువంటి రాష్ట్రం కాబట్టి మనకు ఆ ఇబ్బందులు ఉన్నాయి. సో అన్నీ కూడా పకడ్బందీగా చేసి చిత్తశుద్ధితో ప్రతి ఒక్క వారికి కూడా ఒక హక్కుతో పత్రం ఇవ్వాలనే లక్ష్యంతో ఈ ప్రభుత్వం పనిచేస్తూ ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే పేదవాడికి చాలా సెంటిమెంట్, ఒక ఎమోషన్ భూమి అంటే. అతని యొక్క బౌండరీస్, అతని యొక్క హక్కు అనేది పకడ్బందీగా ఉండాలా, భావి తరాలకి వాళ్ళు ఏదైతే ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటారో అది పకడ్బందీగా ఇవ్వాలని చెప్పే లక్ష్యంతోనే వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు ఆలోచన చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అది వాళ్ళకి సమకూర్చాలని చెప్పే లక్ష్యంతో ఈ ప్రభుత్వం పనిచేస్తూ ఉంది. రాజకీయంగా కూడా మాట్లాడంటే గత ప్రభుత్వం ఏదైతే ఉండిందో దాని మీద శ్రద్ధ పెట్టకుండా కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఎంతో సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నప్పటికి కూడా ఇక్కడ ప్రభుత్వం గతంలో దాన్ని మంచిగా చేయలేదు. ఏదైతే గ్రీవెన్స్ ఉంటే సమయం 40 రోజులు 30 రోజులు ఇవ్వాల్సిన సమయాన్ని 15 రోజుల్లో పెట్టడం, అలాగే మీకు తెలుసు అప్పుడు ల్యాండ్ టైటిలింగ్ యాక్ట్ కూడా తీసుకొచ్చి అందరికీ భయభ్రాంతులు చేసినటువంటి పరిస్థితి. అవన్నీ కూడా భయంతో పోయే దిశగా ప్రతి ఒక్క గ్రామంలో కూడా, ఎందుకంటే మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ రూరల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ మా పెమ్మసాని చంద్రశేఖర్ గారు అయిన తర్వాత వారి యొక్క సపోర్ట్ అక్కడ ఉండటం మాకు ఇక్కడ చాలా అండగా ఉన్నటువంటి పరిస్థితి. అందుకనే ప్రతి ఒక్క గ్రామంలో ఏదైతే 6,688 గ్రామాల్లో వాళ్ళు అప్పుడు రీసర్వే పూర్తి చేశారో అన్నింటిలో కూడా గ్రామ సభలు పెట్టి ప్రతి ఒక్క గ్రీఫ్ అంటే దాదాపుగా 2,80,000 గ్రీఫ్ వచ్చినాయి. అవన్నీ కూడా 100% రిజాల్వ్ చేసి ఎక్కడైతే మనం చేయలేనటువంటి సమస్యలు ఉన్నాయో వాళ్ళని మోటివేట్ చేసి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి ఎందుకు చేయలేకపోతున్నాం, గతంలో ఎందుకు తప్పిదంతో మీకు ఇలా జరిగిందని కూడా వాళ్ళకి చేసి డీటెయిల్డ్గా స్పీకింగ్ నోట్ ఇచ్చినటువంటి పరిస్థితి చరిత్రలో ఎప్పుడు లేదు, అది ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతూ ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఈ రీసర్వేలో ఎలాంటి పేదవాడికి కూడా అన్యాయం జరగకూడదు అని చెప్పేసి ఎప్పటికప్పుడు మమ్మల్ని గైడ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. CCLA మేడము, అలాగే మన అడిషనల్ CCLA వారు కూడా ఎప్పటికప్పుడు పర్యవేక్షణ చేసుకుంటా ఉన్నాం. మేము కాన్ఫరెన్స్ పెట్టుకుంటా ఉన్నాం. మీకు గతంలో కూడా చెప్పున్నాం. ఎందుకంటే గతంలో తగ్గిన తప్పిదాలు ఎక్కడ కూడా జరగకుండా ప్రతిదీ కూడా బ్లాక్స్ చేసుకుని 200-250 ఎకరాలు మించకుండా ఒక బ్లాక్ చేసుకుని దానికి ముగ్గురు ఆఫీసర్లని టీమ్గా ఏర్పాటు చేసి పెట్టాం. అలాగే ఏదైతే రీసర్వే చేస్తూ ఉన్నారో ఆ రైతుకి కంపల్సరీగా కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఇచ్చి వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ క్రియేట్ చేసి వాళ్ళు బయట ఊర్లలో ఉంటే వాళ్ళతో వీడియో కాల్స్ కూడా మాట్లాడి వాళ్ళ బౌండరీస్ డిమార్క్ చేసి అన్నీ కూడా చేయడంతో పాటు QR కోడ్తో వాళ్ళ పాస్బుక్ కూడా నేను చెప్పే పాస్బుక్స్ అన్నీ కూడా జియో ట్యాగింగ్ చేసి అది QR కోడ్ కొడితే డైరెక్ట్గా ఫోన్ నుంచి వాళ్ళ భూమి మీదకి వెళ్ళిపోయే విధంగా వాళ్ళ బౌండరీస్ కూడా ఇచ్చే విధంగా నూతనమైన పాస్బుక్ కూడా మొన్ననే టెండర్ కూడా అయింది. ఎందుకంటే గత ప్రభుత్వం మీకు చెప్పాం, మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళు ఫోటోలు వేసుకున్నారు. నేను ఎప్పుడు చెప్తా ఉంటా, ఫోటోలు వేసుకుంటే మా అమ్మతో మా నాన్నతో మా తాతతో వేసుకోవాలి, మా భూమి ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళు వేసుకుంటాం. అంతేగాని అప్పుడు ఏదన్నా ముఖ్యమంత్రిలో వచ్చి రాజకీయ నాయకుడు టెంపరీ ఇచ్చే వాటి మీద ఫోటోస్ వేసుకోవచ్చు తప్ప పర్మనెంట్గా. ఎందుకంటే మీరు చూడండి, మార్క్ షీట్ల మీద ఎవరి ఫోటోలు ఉండవు. ఎందుకుంటామంటే జీవితాంతం మనం ఎక్కడికైనా చూపించుకుంటాం. అట్లా ఈ పాస్బుక్ అనేది మన ఆస్తి. ఇవి చిన్న అడంగలో లేదా చిన్న టెంపరీ ఉండేటటువంటి ఈసీ దాని మీద ఉండొచ్చు, ఎవరిదైనా పొలిటికల్ ఏదో, కానీ ఎప్పుడు కూడా పర్మనెంట్గా ఉండే ఆస్తి మీద ఎప్పుడు ఉండకూడదు. అయినా వాళ్ళకు ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ అబ్సెషన్ సర్వే రాళ్ళ మీద 700 కోట్లు వేస్ట్ చేసి వాళ్ళ ఫోటోలు పెట్టుకోవటం ఇవన్నీ చేశారు. సో అవన్నీ చేయకుండా కేవలం ప్రజాహితం కోరే పరిపాలన కాబట్టి ఏదైతే గైడెన్స్ ఇస్తా ఉన్నారో దాన్ని ఇదిగా చేస్తాం. అలాగే సెక్రటరీ గారు జోషి గారు అవ్వచ్చు, జాయింట్ సెక్రటరీ గారు అజిత్ గారు అవ్వచ్చు, అందరూ కూడా పూర్తి సపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కి ముఖ్యంగా మనకి ఇన్సెంటివ్స్ రావడం కానీ లేకపోతే మనకి సర్వే కొంచెం గాడిలో పట్టడానికి ముఖ్య కారకులు పెమ్మసాని గారు. వారికి పచ్చగా అభినందన తెలియజేసుకుంటా ఉన్నాను. అలాగే ఈరోజు ఇంత పెద్ద వర్క్షాప్, ఎందుకంటే చాలా మంది ఎంతో మంది స్టేట్ రెవెన్యూ మినిస్టర్స్ నాకు ఈ మధ్య కలిసినప్పుడు కూడా వాళ్ళు చెప్తాను, మేము చేద్దాం అనుకున్నాం. ఎందుకంటే మాకు రాష్ట్రంలో అంటే ఎలా జరుగుతుంది దేశవ్యాప్తంగా, మన రాష్ట్రంలో ఎలా చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది అనేది ఒక ఇంటరాక్టివ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఇది వర్క్షాప్ అనేది చాలా మంచిది, మేము ట్రై చేసాం. కానీ వ్యవసాయ గారి మూలంగా మీ గుంటూరుకు వచ్చిందని చెప్పడం జరిగింది. సో నాకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. దీని ద్వారా రైతులకు మంచి జరగాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఈ వర్క్షాప్లో మనకు ఆ జ్ఞానం పెంచుకుని మన ఆఫీసర్లు అవ్వచ్చు, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు కూడా బెటర్ ఇన్నోవేటివ్ ఐడియాస్తో ఇంకా బాగా చేయగలరని చెప్పేసి కూడా నేను ఆశిస్తా ఉన్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ. జై హింద్.
ఇటీవల జరిగిన రెవెన్యూ సదస్సులో 180,000 ఫిర్యాదులు వచ్చినాయి. అందులో 22A ఎక్కువగా ఉంది. దానిపై ఎలాంటి
నువ్వు చెప్పింది తప్పు. 2,80,000, అది కూడా 2,70,000 వచ్చినాయి. రెవెన్యూ సదస్సులు వేరు చేసాము, గ్రామ సభలు రీసర్వే వేరే చేసాము. అదిగో 22Aకి మేము గైడ్ లైన్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చాము. 17th February ఇచ్చాము. ఎక్కడెక్కడైతే ఉన్నా అప్పీల్ చేసుకుంటే 22A అంటే ఇప్పుడు పూర్తి ఒక సర్వే నెంబర్ ఉంది, దాని 35 ఎకరాలు ఉన్నాయనుకోండి, 3 ఎకరాలు ఎండోమెంట్స్ ఉండి మిగతా ఉన్నప్పుడు 22A పెట్టే పరిస్థితులు ఉన్నాయి కొత్త భద్రతల్లో. అవన్నీ ఇమీడియట్ తీయమని చెప్పేసి మేము మెమో జారీ చేసాము. దాని ప్రకారంగా స్పెషల్ డ్రైవ్ కూడా తీసుకుని రేపు మళ్ళీ ఈ క్యాబినెట్ అయిన తర్వాత మా జియో ఏముంది, దాంట్లో కూడా ఇంకా స్పెసిఫిక్ ఇంకా అంటే ఎలాబరేట్. ఎందుకంటే పేదవాడికి ఎక్కడ ఇబ్బంది ఉంటే హ్యుమానిటేరియన్ గ్రౌండ్లో గవర్నమెంట్ కొంచెం నష్టం వచ్చినా పర్లేదు, వాళ్ళు హ్యాపీగా ఉండాలనే లక్ష్యంతో గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి పదేగా చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. తప్పకుండా పాజిటివ్గా చేస్తాం. రిపీల్ చేశాను. సర్వే మామూలు ఉన్నదే.
లేదమ్మా, రెండింటికి చేయాలి.